Just looking at the date that had been set by uMkhonto weSizwe party, that date obviously now having passed for the president to resign. Despite that stern ultimatum, we were looking at the possibilities from the MK party itself, the actions that they're also going to be taking. Dr. Thanti Mthanti, I believe that you're on the line. You're also going to be joining us representing the MK party at large. We've just heard, Advocate Lufuno outlining the legalities and looking at the constitutionality of really what has transpired, the appointments of the acting minister, and due process that has been undertaken to date. But from your vantage point, you're also going to be weighing in from the MK party's standpoint. Tell us a little bit more now, following the fact that the president has obviously not stepped down due to your deadline. Do you think that the march was a success? And now that he's still in office, ultimately, what is your next step?
Thank you for having me, Lezo. We will be adopting a three-pronged strategy in terms of dealing with this issue. One, it's obviously the legal case that we've lodged. Number two, it's the mass action that we started with, which we believe was very successful. Number three, we are going to Parliament to lodge a motion of no confidence in the president. I heard your guest, who's a supposed legal expert, right? And he was talking about a whole host of things, maybe some of them that are not very clear to him. Yes, the president has the power to appoint an acting minister, but the Constitution is very clear that that acting minister has to be chosen from one of the full ministers who are appointed, right? Number two, the president does not have the power to place a minister on special leave. The Constitution is very clear that the president can appoint or remove a minister, not necessarily place them on some special leave, right? Number three, in terms of the Constitution itself, right? The appointment of the Commission of Inquiry is within the President's powers. That is true, right? But what we are questioning there, General Mkhwanazi made broader allegations, not just against the police. He questioned the role of the NPA in this, criminal networks. He questioned the role of the judiciary in these criminal networks. So appointing the judiciary to investigate the judiciary, to us, it seems it's absurd, frankly. The allegations made against members of the judiciary, we don't know who, right? We don't know who those are. I'm not sure if the president knows, but how you appoint a judge of the judiciary to chair a commission where it may be implicated seems patently absurd.
Well, Doc, following your stance as well, we are running out of time. I just want to wrap up with you. Perhaps now look at, where to from here. You've also been of the view that the president is acting to protect Minister Mchunu and that the Commission of Inquiry is just a political laundromat. What would real accountability then look like to you as we're speaking?
Well, I think that point you are making is quite important, and if you can just give me time to deal with this issue. This president faces serious criminal allegations against him. He faces allegations in terms of his conduct around CR17, where there was seeming bribery for the ANC conference. This president also faces serious criminal allegations on his conduct, potentially criminal allegations on his conduct in Phalaphala, right? This one, Mr. Mchunu, was the main campaigner of this president for CR17 in KZN. On his slate, he was slated to be the Secretary General, right? I'm sure he's fairly aware of the details. This one, Senzo Mchunu, again, is the one who labeled the Phalaphala report top secret, right? And because of the political machinations and political parties protecting dare I say, even some elements of the criminal justice system, protecting somebody facing serious criminal allegations, right? That is what has led us to this. He cannot properly, in our view, discipline his ministers, root out the criminal networks, because he himself faces serious criminal allegations. This is a snowball effect from CR17, from Phala, and there are parties in the GNU and outside who seemingly seek to protect this president from facing his day in court or for a thorough criminal investigation. And that has allowed, in turn, criminal syndicates to slip into the state and to control and manipulate the state. That is why we are calling for all of society. We are calling for all political parties to put aside our differences and understand that if you allow criminality in the highest office and you do not allow proper criminal investigations and for people to answer in court, that criminality...
Dr. Thanti, unfortunately, I'm going to have to interject there. Thank you for your time. Thank you for weighing in. I know that we were struggling with a connection. There would have been interesting to have a more robust discussion and debate with Advocate Lufuno, who's sitting here with me. But you've said your say. Let's continue to monitor what unfolds, obviously looking at the legal and political implications and processes to follow, following the matter and what you've called for, of course, now that the deadline has been passed for the president to resign.